Hi, I'm doing part 2 in the breed review of how to pick the right dog for you. This one is geared towards apartment dwellers and first-time owners. I'll be reviewing the dogs in a condensed version, and if you want to find out specific details regarding health conditions, size and weight, you can go to the Dogs 101 videos, which are loaded right underneath the videos that I upload right on my page. The first dog that I'm going to overview is the Boston Terrier, and I want to show you a little picture of the Boston, which is right there. They stand about 10 to 12 inches tall. They come in a variety of colors that are very similar to the Boxer. They are no relation to the Boxer. The Boston Terrier is in the Terrier family, whereas the Boxer is its own specific breed. The reason that I recommend this dog for first-time owners is its natural adaptive behavior, which means that it loves to do whatever you're doing. If you're a couch potato, the Terrier will be a couch potato. If you're a very active person, it will be very active with you. Also, for being, if you like that smushy face look where the dog's nose is slightly pushed in, that's called brachycephalic. And a lot of people are liking that look now. This dog has that look, but is pretty tolerant to heat, where dogs like the Bulldog, the English Bulldog, and the Pug are not tolerant to heat and don't like to exercise. And this dog is a great swimmer, whereas neither the Pug or the English Bulldog can swim. So if you're wanting an outdoor dog as well, this is a great choice for you. They also don't come with the acute respiratory problems that the Pug and the English Bulldog have. They're just very, very loving, very loyal dogs. They love children, they love animals, and they're extraordinarily easy to train. They love to please and be wherever you are. And they do very good in small spaces. So that is why I recommend them for first-time owners. They're a small dog with a lot of heart and great companionship qualities. They don't have a lot of health problems. You always want to check the place where you're getting them from, either rescue, breeder, or pet place. One thing they are prone to, if you get them from like a backyard breeder, which you never want to do, they do tend to get luxating patellas, which if you're looking to show this dog, that could be a problem for you. If you're having the dog do a lot of high jumping, sometimes their kneecaps tend to slip in and out of place. That can be a problem. Also on the AKC website, they said to warn people about cataracts. All dogs are prone to cataracts, so I don't see whereas this is like a specific warning towards the Boston. But the Boston is known as a true American dog and has a wonderful spirit. The next dog I'm going to move on is the one that looks the closest like it, but is actually about 5 times bigger, which is the Boxer. The Boxer is a dog that I'm very, very attached to. It has a wonderful, wonderful heart, and even though this dog does require a good outlet for its energy, it's very, very attuned to its owner. And if you have time to go for a good, vigorous walk when you get home from work, or just engage it in play, the Boxer tends to give back tenfold. They have a very courageous heart, and they love people. They love children. They love other dogs. So if you're willing to give it time to have an energy outlet, they'll give back to you, and they have a nature that does want to please. Also, as they age, about age 3 or 4, they really do enjoy just kind of lying around, snoozing, and they do tend to kind of get that puppy bounciness out of them. They're prone to similar problems as the Boston with the luxating patellas and cataracts. They're a bigger dog, but they have the same short coat, same colors, brindle, fawn, and white and black. The only thing with this dog is it's a little bit more brachycephalic, which means the nose is a little bit shorter. And with this dog, you will want to take a nice warm washcloth at the end of each day and wipe from side to side just to make sure that there's no bacteria buildup in those little folds. It's a great, great, great dog and does very well for apartment dwellers. The third dog that I go for, this dog won me over in the toy section. I was never a really big fan of small breed dogs, but the King Charles Cavalier Spaniel, or the Cavalier Spaniel as it's known nowadays, truly won my heart over. If you can see this little picture right down here, they come in a variety of colors. They have the nice long Spaniel floppy ears, and they are somewhat brachycephalic. They have a shorter nose, but if you want a longer haired dog, this dog is definitely for you, and it's for any first time owner. It can live in any housing area, and it's just a wonderful, loving dog, extraordinarily intelligent, highly trainable. This dog literally lives to please. Really can't go wrong with this dog. Whatever you're doing, it likes to do with you. The only problem with this dog, which is a warning, is if you get a dog, one of these dogs, and don't check its mom and dad out first, some bad breeding has come into the line and caused a heart problem called mitral valve disease. What happens with this is the mitral valve over the years, and sometimes even as early as age 3 or 4, tends to get tired, and it slips forward, and blood actually goes back up into the heart, and the dog can unfortunately pass away sometimes from this. So you really want to get your dog's heart checked out as soon as you get one of these. And if you're going to a breeder or a rescue, the rescue will have obviously information on the dog. If you go to a breeder, you want to make sure that mom and dad are coming to you with papers that are fully heart checked and certified. Perfect dog. I would have to say this has to be the perfect dog. You just can't go wrong with it. They're absolute lovers. The fourth dog I love to review is a dog that I've personally owned, loved, and trained. I rescued mine, is the American Cocker Spaniel. A wonderful, wonderful, wonderful little dog, again, from the Spaniel family. This one's shown with a puppy cut, which I did keep mine in a puppy cut. I recommend that for the Spaniel because it keeps that bacteria out of the ears. They have those lovely little floppy Spaniel ears. And this dog is a dog that will adapt itself to what you like to do. They do, however, during the first 3 years of their life, have a little bit more energy than, say, the later years of their life. So they do need a good 30-minute walk a day, I would say, but they train really well. They crate train excellently. They like to have a little space like that, a little safe space. And if they have their own toys that they can work on, they're really great at leaving your stuff alone. So I would not say that this is a destructive dog. They're excellent companions. They just go anywhere, do anything. They love to swim, love to retrieve, and socialize early because they tend to get a little skittish with older age if they're not socialized early. But they make a wonderful pet. They're a mid-sized dog. They stand about 20 inches. 14 to 20 inches, and they can weigh up to 25 pounds. That would be the males, obviously. Females run a little bit smaller. They're a mid-sized dog. They're considered a working dog because they were bred for hunting, so sometimes they can have that ability to catch a scent, but that can also work for you in play training. They do great at play training. The last dog I'm going to discuss is, again, your good old mutt. your hybrid dog, your designer dog, as certain people like to call them. They like to say that I've taken this dog and that dog and I've made you a dog, so I'm going to charge you out the yin-yang for it. Don't believe it. Every dog that is not a purebred dog, meaning one breed, is a mutt. So things to look for at a shelter. You don't want to go into a shelter they live, their cages, and the condition of the food and water bowls, and how they interact with the staff. If they're living in filthy conditions, walk out. If they're terrified of the staff, walk out. If they're living in good conditions and they seem okay with staff, then go and meet the dogs that you're interested in. You want to get a good history, as good as you can, behind the dog. There are two dogs that I would, actually three, that I would recommend staying away from for first-time owners, as there can be some behavioral issues. If you notice anything that outrightly says that the dog has been mixed with chow, which you'll know by blue spots on the tongue. Chows can be a very dominant, very aggressive, very territorial dog. They're not for first-time owners. They need a very strong pack leader, and they need to be trained specifically that they don't need to guard so much. Basset hounds tend to be very aggressive in old age if that is not socialized and trained out of them. And also, beagle mixes tend to be very hard to teach to recall and house train. They're also extraordinarily destructive if they're left to their own devices, and they're very, very, very hard to crate train. I'm not knocking any of these breeds. They're great dogs, but they're not for first-time dog owners, and you want to make your experience as positive as possible. If you have any questions, you can reach me on my Instagram at twisted_glitter. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.